Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get stuck into a little bit of Bitcoin. As we sort of, I suppose we've seen a bit of move up and a bit of a move down, and then we saw a bit of a move up and a bit of a move down again. We've got some bullish divergence, got some hidden bearish divergence. It's basically sideways as a mother, isn't it? I mean, that's all there really is to it. Sideways as a mother. Same thing with the S&P. Sideways as a mother on the 4-hourly. Sideways as a mother. You've got a hidden bull. Yeah, you've got a hidden bull on MFI. You've got a hidden bull all over the place over here. And then you've got stuff going on in the news. Uh, this, that, and the other. And we're waiting for some repercussion in the markets. So, looking at it now, obviously the S&P is still in a bullish position. We've got reasonable price action with dwindling momentum and money flow, but reasonable. Same as we said yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and the week before. Since reclaiming these boxes, you got the golden cross, you got the Bollinger Band center, you got the horizontal line of which is basically a buy zone box, and that's backed up by a few time frames. The 4-hourly's got the 200 exponential, simple down here. Looking at this on the 4-hourly, you're close to getting a trend signal, but you've not quite got it yet. Again, golden cross down here, highlighting the importance of this box. And then even the weekly, if you take the weekly down on the weekly, you see the 20, the 21, and the 10, all at the top of the box, and the 50 at the bottom. So, I mean, this box is a big deal. And while above it, we should be grateful and happy that we are above it. I know there's a lot of people calling for a big economic crash, huge global crisis. And, I'm not going to say that they're wrong, but based on the chart right now, it doesn't look that way. Below this line, well, we might start to entertain something like that. But, while above it, no, it's not the case. Move over to the Dixie. We still see the descending Dixie. And that's fine because, believe it or not, we expected this all the way down between now and September. Maybe even a little longer if it breaks down below. But my expectation is that when we hit this trend line, we will actually bounce and probably even reverse. Which would probably be, and again, I'm using the word probably a lot because there's no guarantees in trading, but this is where a bounce from here would likely take place, and it could be the full reversal, and then that would be a bear market, just like this one. Bow! And the ones before. Chapow! So you don't want to get stuck on the wrong side of a Dixie trade. In fact, you want to get stuck into the Dixie when it's time. Because that in itself would be a decent move. Measuring the Dixie isn't really a way to think about price, but you're thinking about 20% return just on putting yourself in a cash position. We're not there yet, but we will be there at some point soon. So let's just get back to Bitcoin, shall we? And thinking about what we are seeing on the weekly. Again, it's Tuesday. It's still early. We're red on the week, but we didn't hit any of these trend lines. Not the 102, which is still very much a possibility. 101, 400, very much a possibility. And the daily, obviously, we've got plenty of areas on the daily that we want to see get retested before we go buying any more of this stuff. We are above the 21 exponential, getting rejected on the 20, so we're in a really small area on the daily. Support very small. The support is 105,275. The resistance is 106,600, and at the moment that range is basically a range of 1.29%. It's very small. I'm not really able to call this direction right now. To be honest with you, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to call it. We're going to boil it down to a 1-hourly chart just for a little bit of insight into anything. And what we do see is a trend signal on the 1-hourly. So you've got green portion of the cloud. We are above the cloud with the price action. We've got a Chiku span above price. We've got the positive conversion baseline cross above the cloud. That's a trend signal. So we should be expecting it to at least attempt to try and trend back up to 106 and hopefully above. And that should give everybody an alleviating bounce. Let's see if Ethereum is looking the same. Ethereum's looking better, but it doesn't have a trend signal, but it is above all moving averages on the 1-hourly. So that would be good for altcoins, really. I noticed there was a little bit of strength on Ethereum yesterday. quite hot on the money flow index here. So if we do see a move on Ethereum, and we could easily see it, I don't think it's got the power or the energy to break 2,800 yet. Not quite yet. Not based on that 4 hourly. It'll get rejected and have to reset. The daily. Well, I mean, the daily is above most moving averages. It's only got this last death cross to take out, but again, above that is the box. So we're going to be struggling on this for the moment. Maybe this is a sideways accumulation from a higher level. Maybe it's getting ready for a big rejection, as it is a death cross. You know, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. Am I going to go 100x leverage in a long or a short at this point? No, I don't think this is a. Don't think this is a place to be. I do have some leverage positions on at the moment from a couple of days ago because they were pretty much what would appear to be significant lows. But the stop losses are at break even now. So I just have to see how those go. But you know, it's not the most convincing chart. There's evidence for both directions at this point on the medium term time frames. And so with that comes probably a day of rest. Time for us to take a rest period from trading today, and just wait to see if we break in either direction, whichever way it breaks. You know, we're speaking mostly for Bitcoin. If it breaks above 106, 107, you should get continuation. If it breaks below 101, then you should get continuation. At the moment, we're meandering, and. Yeah, the 1 hourlies look good. Yeah, they do. So maybe you get a trade while you're eating your breakfast, but other than that, I'm not convinced we've got the power to break further, but we'll just have to wait and see. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.